The next topic we have fixed shop, large stores are there. It's fixed and it's large. You are familiar with the departmental stores. Secondly, we have chain stores or multiple shops. These are the main two large stores of fixed shop nature. Meanwhile, we have another way mail order houses, mailing and ordering, mail order houses. We have consumer cooperative stores. So we can learn firstly the departmental stores. A departmental store is a large establishment offering a wide variety of products. Wide variety. It's classified into well-defined departments aimed at satisfying practically every customer's need under one roof. It has a number of departments, each one confining its activities to one kind of product. For example, there are separate departments for toiletries, medicines, furniture, groceries, electronics, clothing, and dress material within a store. It's not uncommon for department store in the US of America to carry needle to an aeroplane or all shopping under one roof. Everything from a pin to an elephant is the spirit behind a typical department store. In India, real department stores have not yet come in a big way in the retailing business. However, some stores on this line in India include as the Spencer's in Chennai. Some of the important features of a department stores are a modern department store may have all facilities such as restaurant, travel and information bureau, telephone booth. Yes, it's all giving all facilities, restrooms. As such, they try to provide maximum service to higher class of customers or for whom price is of secondary importance. All facilities. Secondly, these stores are generally located at a central place and as we can call it heart of the city. As the size of the stores is very large, they are generally formed as a joint stock company managed by a board of directors. There is a managing director, assisted by general manager and a sub-department managers. A department store combines both the functions of retailing as well as warehousing. They purchase directly from manufacturers and operate separate warehouses. That way, they help in eliminating undesirable middlemen between the producers and the customers. They have centralized purchasing arrangements. All the purchases in a department store are made centrally by the purchase department of the store, whereas sales are decentralized in different departments. So what are the advantages of this kind of department store? Are you able to say some of the value points? What are the advantages? Yes, no doubt, attract large number of customers. And secondly, convenience in buying. And thirdly, attractive services. And as they have centralized purchasing arrangements, economy of large scale operations. Fifthly, they got promotion of sales also. Maybe what are the limitations, disadvantages? No doubt, lack of personal attention and high operating cost. And if any problem arises, high possibility of loss also. High operating cost, high possibility of loss. And sometimes it may be in an inconvenient location, especially Sada customers to go and buy the things may be inconvenient location. Like that, you can see the advantages and disadvantages of departmental stores. So on the basis of this topic, what's the question you can make? What's a departmental store? What are the features, advantages and disadvantages? The second topic in fixed shop large stores is chain stores or multiple shops. Multiple shops are network of retail shops that are owned and operated by manufacturers or intermediaries. Manufacturers or intermediaries. Under this type of arrangement, a number of shops with similar appearance are established localities spread over different parts of the country. These different shops normally deal in standardized and branded consumer products which have rapid sales turnover. These shops are run by the same organization and have identical merchandising strategies, identical products and display. Some of the important features of such shops may be Yes, these shops are located fairly populous localities where sufficient number of customers can be approached. The manufacturing or procurement of merchandise for all the retail units is centralized at the head office, from where the goods are dispatched to each of these shops according to their requirements. Each retail shop is under the direct supervision of a branch manager who is held responsible for its day-to-day management. All branches are controlled by the head office, which is concerned with formulating the policies and getting them implemented. The price of goods in such shops are fixed and all sales are made on cash basis. The cash realized from the sales of merchandise is deposited daily into a local bank account on behalf of the head office, and a report is sent to the head office in this regard. The head office normally appoints inspectors who are concerned with day-to-day supervision of the shops in respect of quality of customer service provided, adherence to the policies of the head office, and so on. The chain operation is most effective in handling high volume merchandise whose sales are relatively constant throughout the year. In India, Bata shoe stores are typical examples. Similar type of retail outlets are coming up in other products also. Raymond's and the fast food chains of McDonald's, etc. What are the advantages? Yes, no doubt. Economies of scale advantages. Central procurement collection. The multiple shop organization enjoys the economies advantages and no need of middlemen. Second point, elimination middlemen. So by selling directly to the customers, the multiple shop organization is able to eliminate unnecessary middlemen in the sale of goods and services, and no bad debts come. Since all the sales in these shops are made on cash basis, there are no losses on account of bad debts. And transfer goods, the goods not in demand in a particular locality may be transferred to another locality where it is in demand. Diffusion risk, the losses incurred by one shop may be covered by profits in other shops, reducing the total risk of an organization. Low cost, because of centralized purchasing, elimination middlemen, centralized promotion sales and increased sales, the multiple shops have lower cost of business. Flexibility, another point and advantage is flexibility. Under this system, if a shop is not operating at a profit, the management may decide to shift it to some other place without affecting the profitability of the organization as a whole. So we are understanding what say multiple shop. Word itself, many shops are from one head office. Advantages are the economies of scale and diffusion risk, transfer goods. And what are the limitations? In the case of multiple shops, limited selection of goods. Some of the multiple shops deal only in limited range of products. This is a special problem with the chain stores, which are owned and operated by manufacturers, and as such, mostly sell the products produced by themselves. They do not sell products of other manufacturers. Limited selection of goods. Secondly, lack of initiative. What does it mean? The personnel managing the multiple shops have to obey the instructions received from the head office. This makes them habitual of looking up to the head office for guidance on all matters and takes away the initiative from them to use their creative skills to satisfy the customers. Thirdly, lack of personal touch. Third disadvantage of multiple shops. Lack of initiative in the employees sometimes leads to indifference and lack of personal touch. Fourthly, difficult to change demand. If the demand for the merchandise handled by multiple shops change rapidly, the management may have to sustain huge losses because of large stocks lying unsold at the central depot. So we are getting another good question. What are chain or multiple shops? What does it mean? What are the advantages and disadvantages? So by making use of these value points, we can write the answers of departmental stores and multiple shops. Now page number 238 in your BST textbook, page number 238, an assignment, that is, what are the differences between departmental stores and multiple shops? So 6 marks essay. What is the content of a department store? What does it mean? And multiple shops, we can make a distinction between these two, and our textbook guides us with the page number 238. The same question and answer with reference location, with reference range of products, services offered, pricing. Multiple shops have got fixed prices and maintain uniform pricing policies. Departmental stores do not have uniform pricing policy. Class of customers. Department stores cater to the needs of a relatively high income group of customers. Multiple shops cater to different types of customers. Credit facilities. All sales in the multiple shops are made strictly on cash basis. In contrast, the department stores may provide credit facilities to some of their regular customers. Flexibility. As department stores deal in a wide variety of products, they have certain flexibility in respect to the line of goods marketed. In the case of multiple shops, there is not much scope for flexibility, yes, which deal only in limited line of products. Like that, page number 238 and 239 gives the answer. After learning these two answers, 238 and 239 is the answer. Thank you. Take care. All the best.